Good evening, this is Steffan and you are watching Trending Update USA. Tonight, we focus on one of the most remarkable stories in world sports, a young athlete who has defied odds, rewritten history, and captured the hearts of millions not only in her home country but across the globe. Her name is Alexandra Eala, more popularly known as Alex Eala, and in 2025 she is not just a rising star, she is already a headline maker, a history maker, and an inspiration to an entire generation. Alexandra Eala's rise to prominence is a story that sports journalists, tennis fans, and nationalists alike are celebrating. In 2025, she has stunned the tennis world with her historic wins, her soaring WTA rankings, and the promise of even greater achievements in the road ahead. This is not just about tennis, it is about breaking barriers, creating history, and proving that greatness knows no geographical limits. Alex was born in the Philippines, a country not typically associated with tennis. While the Philippines has produced world champions in boxing, weightlifting, and basketball, tennis was never a sport where Filipinos expected to see global stardom. That perception changed when a young girl from Manila picked up a racket, trained with relentless discipline, and carried the dreams of her nation onto the courts of Europe, Asia, and the United States. Trained at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, Alex Eala quickly proved that she had not only the skills but also the mindset and resilience to compete at the highest levels of international tennis. With Rafael Nadal as both mentor and inspiration, she cultivated a fighting spirit that has now become her trademark. The year 2025 has been nothing short of transformative for Alex. Entering the season as a promising talent already celebrated in Asia, she has taken monumental steps forward. Her matches have not just been about winning or losing, they have been about demonstrating courage, composure, and the maturity of a player well beyond her years. Fans who watched her earlier years on the junior circuit knew she was special, but few anticipated just how quickly she would rise on the global stage. Early in 2025, Alex shocked the tennis community by defeating a top 20 seeded player in a hardcourt tournament. This was not a fluke or a lucky draw, it was a statement win. Commentators across ESPN, Eurosport, and Tennis Channel hailed her performance as the arrival of a new force in women's tennis. She combined baseline aggression with tactical patience, showing that she could outlast seasoned professionals while also dictating points on her terms. For the Philippines, that victory sparked nationwide celebrations, as social media exploded with messages of pride, joy, and national identity tied to the success of one young athlete. But that was only the beginning. Over the months that followed, Alex continued to build momentum. In one particularly memorable match, she came back from a one-set deficit against a top 10 player. The battle lasted nearly 3 hours, and her mental toughness became the highlight of the night. Global tennis writers called it the changing of the guard. A performance that proved she was not intimidated by names, rankings, or reputations. What impressed analysts the most was not only her powerful ground strokes but her calm demeanor during high-pressure points. Time and again, when the scoreboard was tight, she delivered big serves, clean winners, and smart shot selections. Her consistency this season has been rewarded with a dramatic climb up the WTA rankings. From a player outside the top 100 not too long ago, Alex has now broken barriers, reaching her career-high ranking in 2025. This milestone is historic not only for her but also for the Philippines, which now sees one of its own among the elite players of the world. Experts believe that if she sustains this form, she could easily break into the top 50 and even push for a spot inside the top 20 before long. For a 20-year-old, that is not just impressive, it is extraordinary. Beyond numbers and rankings, Alex's journey is deeply tied to her national pride. Every time she competes, the Philippine flag waves proudly in the stands. Filipino communities across the globe, from Manila to New York, from London to Dubai, show up to cheer her on, making her matches feel like home games. For many Filipinos, she is more than an athlete, she is an ambassador, a living reminder that Filipino talent can thrive on the grandest stages of world sport. She has become a unifying figure, celebrated not only for her tennis but also for her humility, her work ethic, and her commitment to inspiring future generations. The biggest challenge and opportunity ahead for Alex Eala lies in the Grand Slam tournaments. The Australian Open, Roland Garros, Wimbledon, and the US Open are the benchmarks by which tennis greatness is ultimately measured. In 2025, Alex has already begun carving her name into these prestigious events. At the Australian Open, she advanced past the first round, delivering a strong performance that caught the attention of seasoned commentators. At Roland Garros, her clay court skills were tested against specialists, and while she did not go deep, her display showed that she was adapting quickly to different surfaces. Wimbledon offered her the chance to refine her game on grass, and while results did not yet match her hard-court success, the learning curve was invaluable. All eyes are now on the US Open, where fans and analysts alike are predicting that she could shock the world once more. With her current momentum, a deep run is not just a dream, it is a possibility within reach. Her path, however, is not without obstacles. Tennis is a physically demanding sport, and the grind of the WTA Tour can take a toll. Injuries, fatigue, and travel are constant challenges. For Alex, managing her body and ensuring peak fitness is essential. Mental pressure is another challenge. Being hailed as a national hero means that every match is watched closely, every win celebrated, but every loss dissected. Yet, Alex has shown remarkable maturity, crediting her family and her support team for keeping her balanced and focused. She often mentions the influence of her parents and her brother, as well as the values instilled by the Nadal Academy. Looking ahead, the future holds limitless possibilities for Alexandra Eala. She already has the game to compete with the very best. Analysts suggest that further refining her serve, strengthening her net play, and continuing to sharpen her tactical approach will make her an even more formidable opponent. Many believe she could capture a Grand Slam title before the age of 23, a feat that would cement her place in tennis history. Off the court, Alex's influence continues to expand. Sponsorships and endorsements are flowing in, making her one of the most marketable athletes from Southeast Asia. She represents not only excellence in sports but also empowerment, showing young Filipinos, particularly young women, that dreams are achievable with hard work and perseverance. Schools, tennis academies, and grassroots programs in the Philippines are already reporting increased interest in the sport, directly inspired by her success. Her role as a trailblazer is undeniable. No longer is tennis considered a distant dream for Filipinos. It is now a sport where the Philippines has a global representative at the highest level. She has opened doors for the next generation, proving that Filipino athletes can compete shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. As we reflect on her story in 2025, it is important to recognize that this is just the beginning. Her career is still young, her best years are ahead, and her potential is limitless. Whether it is lifting trophies, climbing rankings, or inspiring millions, Alexandra Eala is on a path that could redefine not only her sport but also the perception of what Filipino athletes can achieve on the global stage. For now, every match she plays is a chapter in a larger story, a story of grit, determination, national pride, and global recognition. Alexandra Eala is no longer just a rising star, she is already a history maker. And as the tennis world continues to watch, the Philippines continues to celebrate, and the future continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the name Alex Eala will be remembered for generations to come. This has been Steffan, and you are watching Trending Update USA. Stay with us for more in-depth coverage, breaking news, and inspiring stories from around the world of sports and beyond.